You know what? It looks like bathroom tiles with dirty grouts. Is it just me? Am I being a bit dramatic? Wow, they're really going in on the whole foldable thing. That's very, very different and interesting for Chanel. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Isabelle here, and today we're going to be talking about the new Chanel 22P collection, which is the pre-spring summer collection that is just dropping as we speak. I noticed yesterday on Chanel website that the new collection is showing, so I just wanted to talk to you about my thoughts about some of the bags and SLGs mainly, and if there are any pieces that I think are worth getting. You guys know where I stand on the Chanel classic flaps. I do have my one classic flap, and due to the crazy prices right now, I'm not really looking at getting another classic flap, but whenever we have these seasonal drops, I am interested to see if there are any bags or SLGs that we can use as bags that may be worth my money, because sometimes seasonal items can be really classic and timeless looking, but at a much lower price point. So let's dive into the handbags first. So it looks like denim is everywhere lately. So I see Louis Vuitton do a lot of denim monogram bags, and Chanel's doing a few of these denim bags. I feel like it is a hot trend for 2022. And although denim price point is pretty up there, it's still usually priced slightly lower than the leather alternatives. So if you're really going for the look rather than whether a material is worth your money, denim bags are probably worth considering. It looks like they have a lot of metallics, and let's scroll all the way down in pastel tones. So let's go into flap bags. So of course the denim bags are at the forefront of the flap bag section. There is a charcoal sort of dark gray one, as well as the traditional blue denim. Now this is a pretty cool looking bag, but guys, you know what? As soon as I saw this on Instagram a few days ago, initially I really liked it, but the more I look at it, and I haven't even seen it in person, I feel like with all of the, writing and graffiti effect and the multicolor, I think it is a style that I would personally get sick of very quickly. And at 6,410 Australian dollars for the larger size, I believe there are two sizes of this style. I don't know, guys. I just don't think it is really worth it for me personally. And let's go into the blue one, which is the smaller size, which is a little bit cheaper, 6,070 Australian dollars. And the blue one I do like a little more, but yeah, at these prices I'm just not sure. So moving on, this metallic bag is actually very, very interesting looking. I love the chunky chain, the effect of three chains sort of together. That creates a really unique look. I actually am a big fan of that chain. And I do find metallic bags quite easy to incorporate into outfits. I feel like they almost act as neutrals. You guys know that I just picked up a Gucci Super Mini Dionysus bag in the gold, and it is really easy to style, especially when you're dressing up. So huge fan of gold and silver bags. Would the chain detail really date the bag very quickly? I'm not too sure, but I am a huge fan of this style. I quite like it. And then we've got some new colors in the boy bags, the reissue 2.55 bags. These are all, traditional classic bags that we already know about. So I'm going to skip over to some of the other bags. Oh, let's have a look at this top handle mini rectangular with this whole multicolor effect. I do quite love the soft pastels in this bag. I still find mini flaps in general really worth the money when it comes to Chanel. So I would much rather spend like 6,000 Australian dollars on a mini bag over some of those other seasonal bags. But that is my personal opinion, because I do think that these mini bags do have all the elements that make a classic flap bag at a much lower price point, and these will look quite timeless. And I actually quite like this particular one from this season. It's a very interesting look. I don't know, this whole watercolor thing can look a little dirty if you don't wear it right, but I feel like this color has a lot of potential. At the least, we know that this is going to be a unique one. And I actually saw this printed classic Chanel bag on the runway show and I was just like, what is going on there? It's like so much going on. Not a fan. And then there's this seasonal small flap bag. I love how Chanel bags are very descriptive. It's called a small flap bag. This one, I feel like the leather looks really luscious. I'll have to see this in person, but my first impression when I see this photo, I don't know if it's just the lighting in the photo, but the leather actually looks really, really delicious. And it doesn't really have many descriptions, so I'm not actually sure what kind of leather it is. Could be lambskin, could be calf skin. Also love the antique gold hardware going on, and the interior lining is in that beautiful gold as well. So this is a really nice alternative to the classic flap, I think. And of course, we've got some tweeds. Oh, not a huge fan of this yellow tweed. I feel like the contrast is a little too much between the yellow, which is like a baby yellow, and the black. So although it is a lovely color, I am just not a fan of this particular colorway. But you know what? This purple one is very, very cute. And again, this one's in the classic mini flap style, which will see the longevity. And this light purple is actually very, very pretty. And I just love all of the colors in the threads. You can see some fuchsia, you can see some navies through it. So this will be actually quite easy to match with denim and some pastel tone dresses. I actually quite like this one. If I get the opportunity, I'll probably check something like this. And the price point is acceptable to me. It is 5,900 Australian dollars, and for a classic looking bag, I think that's a reasonable price point for a Chanel bag. And I love how they matched it with the light gold hardware. I think it works really well with the purple colorway. Let's skip over to this Chanel 19 bag. It's got little pastel colors running through the quilting. My first impression when I see this bag is, you know what? It looks like bathroom tiles with dirty grouts. Is it just me? Am I being a bit dramatic, or does it look a bit funny? It just looks like the stitched areas are a little dirty. I know the colors are, beautiful and it looks intentional, but at a glance, I feel like it just looks dirty. So not a fan of this. Although if you're into watercolors and pastel tones and multicolors, I think this could make for a really nice option, but definitely not for me and not for $9,110. Let's head over to some metallic bags now. Ooh, I actually really like this sequin bag. I remember the last season, there was a sequin bag that looked really lovely for an evening bag, but the price was around 10,000 Australian dollars. I may have talked about it in one of my vlogs, but this one I actually quite like. It doesn't even have the dimensions on the app yet, but it looks like about the size of a rectangular mini flap, which is the perfect size if you ask me for an evening out or even daytime. But I am a huge fan of this sequin bag, and it is priced at 7,420. Don't you guys think this looks really, really interesting and intricate? I guess this is a style that you either love or hate, but I love this. I love all of the silver sequins, and mixed in are some gold sequins as well. And there are some bold patches where you see the black satin or leather, not too sure. Oh, it's just black sequins. I absolutely love this. I don't even have a sales associate at Chanel that I work with anymore, so I don't know how to go about it, but I'm actually dropped by the store and just asked for it. You just never know, they might have multiple drops. Yeah, this is a really good potential, and I especially think the price point is actually quite reasonable on this compared to some of the other embellished versions of Chanel bags. I mean, some of them, I actually saw one that was like $26,000, which was from 21P collection, I believe, and I just thought that was crazy. But this one, yeah, I am very open to check out, but I've never had any sequin bags before. If you guys owned sequin bags before, let me know. Do the sequins get caught onto your dresses and clothes, or is it okay? I mean, that will be another consideration. And they do have some beautiful metallics in the classic flaps. I do like this pale gold, but it is a classic flap and it is 13,000 Australian dollars. So let's skip over. There's some embellished boy bags, some more 19 bags. So that's it for flap bags for this season. And then let's go into shopping bags. I actually saw this on the preview screen And this one is the same print as the denim flat bags that we looked at, but in the shopping bag version. I actually quite like the design of this bag. It's got the top handle, it's quite large, it's got the shoulder strap. This will make for a really nice large tote bag. But again, I don't think it looks very luxurious. It does look fashion forward, yes, but for me, I wouldn't pay 6,700 Australian dollars for that. There's a leather version as well, but again, it's a very oversized large bag. I wouldn't necessarily buy a Chanel bag for this kind of a bag. And then what is this one? Oh, that's very interesting. It looks satiny. You know what this bag reminds me of, this material? Do you remember there were this satin bag brand called Naraya? I think it was Korean, and if I find a photo, I'm gonna insert a photo. I used to beg my mum to buy me one of those bags, so I obviously started my love for handbags really young. I think I ended up getting a pink one off my mum, and I absolutely loved it. But yeah, they're not the most luxurious bags, and this material kind of reminds me of those bags, so not a fan, but I know they've done some more designs in this particular material. Hobo bags are making a massive comeback. I mean, it started to become more popular in the last couple of years, but I feel like there were the smaller hobo designs, but now the larger hobo bags are really coming back in. So we've got some cute little hobo bag options, and it's got the 3-chain sort of together look again. This is actually quite nice for someone who might be into hobo bags, and the tone lock is really a nice touch to close the hobo style. And again, this leather actually looks rather luxurious. I'm a big fan of whatever this leather is. It's the same leather as the one that we looked at before in the flat bag section, I think. And then it comes in the denim, and then the Gabrielle bag also comes in the denim, and that's actually quite a cool look. But wow, the Gabrielle bag prices have gone up quite a bit too. That's an interesting looking bag, and I do love the details, but I'm not so sure about Gabrielle bags. So let's go over to, I don't think there was anything on the evening bag section. Let's go to other handbags. Actually, I do love Chanel's bucket bags. It's just that the prices are really high, but their bucket bags with the Chanel CC drawstring that is like a little push release, I think it's adorable. And this denim version, you know what? Actually, denim is a rather casual material if you ask me. So in a bucket bag design, this works really well in my opinion. And it's still got the leather and metal interwoven signature Chanel chain for the shoulder straps. So this is actually quite a cute bucket bag. I'm not too sure how I feel about the little frayed edges up the top. I don't know, maybe if it wasn't there, it might have looked a little bit nicer. I'm not the most fashion forward person, so what do I know? But this personally just looks a little bit too fluffy for me. But in general, the denim works really well with the bucket bag silhouette in my opinion. And then there's another leather bucket bag. I am not too sure about how that gold chain goes around the top. I think it looks a little bit disturbing, to be honest. It just looks like we're strangling the bag, so no. Here we go, we've got some more Naraya bags. Looks like we've got some travel bags, and let's have a look at this one. This looks like a rather large, oh no, actually it's only 28 centimeters. Oh no, it is 46 centimeters. So it's like a Louis Vuitton keepall size. It's like a luggage size. So this is a nice travel bag, but I mean, oh, and it comes with a little pouch. That's a cute touch that is attachable to the bag. That's definitely nice, and it's got a lot of nice details. If money was no object, I would actually love one of these, but for $8,100, I don't think I'm gonna get a satin travel bag. And then there's a briefcase looking bag as well. This one says it's travel bag as well. It's very rectangular in shape, and it looks like it actually folds up, which is a nice touch. And you can actually fold it all the way up to, you know, store it in your suitcase in case you need an extra travel bag with you. But this just looks really flimsy, so I'm not sure. Probably have to see it in person, but it's a very nice idea, and it's something that I haven't seen from Chanel before, so that's kind of interesting. And there's another one, I think, yeah, a larger one that folds up the same way as well. Kind of a nice idea. And that's basically it for handbags. Let's go over and have a look to see if there are any small leather goods that are worth considering for this season. I feel like Chanel small leather goods with chains are so extortionately priced right now with all the recent price increases, but oh, look, very interesting. There's actually a pouch with sleep mask for $2,020. I mean, that's a very bougie eye mask with a pouch, but the pouch looks like a decent size. So if we can double this as a, you know, travel pouch, or even somehow convert it into like a little nice pouch bag, I think that might be worth considering. It's got the nice chain detail, the CC logo. It's even got a little handle. Again, would have to see this in person, but I think that might actually be quite a nice little pouch. We've got some more foldable bags. This time it is a tote bag that folds in, it looks like. Wow, they're really going in on the whole foldable thing. That's very, very different and interesting for Chanel. For $2,870. If you use this as a handbag, it's not a bad price, but I mean, it's like a grocery bag, so I wouldn't personally go for it. But you know, it's got a nice little zip pocket on the inside. When you fold it all the way in, you get a pouch look, so it could work. Clutches with a chain. I feel like these are the sort of small card holders on a strap and vanity on strap, that sort of thing. Let's have a look at the bucket design. Now, this must be the miniature version of the bucket denim bag that we just looked at half the price. And the dimensions, it's 12 centimeters tall, which is basically a little bit shorter than this phone. So you know what? This may be worthwhile considering because you can wear this as an actual bag with the charm and everything. I mean, it does look like a mini little bag with all of the same details. I know it doesn't technically fit a phone, but because the bucket bags have that open top, you can probably leave the phone in if you're in a bit of a rush. So this is probably a nice option to consider, but again, I'll have to see it in store to see how big it is actually. And I personally don't think these clutches with chains with the top handles are worth the money anymore. I remember when similar ones like this were like low 2,000 Australian dollars, and now these retail for 3,800. I mean, this one's a little more spacious. It's got a bit more depth to it than some of the other older versions, but even then it is a miniature bag, and for that price you can get a whole nice leather bag or two from some of the other designers. So yes, it is nice in Chanel, but yeah, no thank you. This yellow color is actually quite nice. I do love these sort of yellows. But basically, other than these, I think we just have some new colors in card holders and wallets and O cases. So yeah, they seem to be basically it for the new sort of designs for this season. What do you guys think? I'm actually interested to see some of them because they are so interesting and different. So I'll probably head into the Chanel store, maybe try and even find me another good essay who I might click with. So yes, these are my thoughts on the new Chanel 22P collection. If you're picking anything up, do let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're eyeing this season. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending some of your precious time with me today. And I can't wait to see you again soon in my next video. Bye guys.